Hey gang, welcome back. It is episode 7 of the Game Audio Vlog. I'm your happy, wonderful, smiling host, Adam. And today is an interesting day. I knew this day would come. I did not know this day would come so quickly, but we have reached the point of having an event that I cannot immediately solve within 20 minutes of Googling it. And I've gotten to the point where I'm going to need to do more than Google and more than just hunt and peck around some things and get creative with it. So now that I've reached that point, I want to show you what that's like and what the smartest things I can suggest that you do at this point. So to show you, this is the error that I got, which is actually not the original error that I was going to show you, but this is the one that's recurring. So you can see in the Unity console, that's one of your tabs at the bottom where all of your picker and all of that stuff is. It says, Wise Bank Core failed to load, AK_bank already loaded, which in very easy terms means that your sound bank is being loaded multiple times and it's not loading now. It's trying to be reloaded a second time, and it's not being reloaded because it was already loaded once. The interesting thing is, this means that the second time it's being loaded, it kind of screws up what's already there. So I'm not getting any sound after the bank is trying to be reloaded. So the error conditions, this game that I'm working on is 3 rooms, 30 seconds. So there's a screen originally that pops up that says room 1 of 3, and then you play the first room, which is 10 seconds long. Then there's a screen that pops up if you make it through that room that says room 2 of 3. Then again, the process repeats itself, and it's 10 seconds in the second room, and again, 10 seconds for the third room. So loading the second and third rooms is what pops the error up. So we're going through a load sequence somewhere that I can hunt through code, perhaps, but I didn't write the code, so I'm going to have a hard time kind of digging through it, especially not being necessarily a coder primarily. But I can tell that the second and third rooms generates the error. If our button that we made a sound for in the last episode shows up in rooms 2 or 3, it doesn't make a sound. And from this, I can kind of infer that this means that there are not going to be any sounds in rooms 2 or 3, no matter what I do. It's probably, I don't have that verified, but I'd assume that I have a 98-99% chance of that being true. Since the sound bank is being reloaded, something's being funny and not working there. So I need to get it to the point where the sound bank is only loaded once, I'm thinking. That's just a guess on my part, so that all of the audio works the whole time. So I'm afraid this could be an easy fix, or this could be like rewriting the game so that it loads differently, which if that's the case, if number 2 is the case, I'm going to have a problem. So what I did first was I went and Googled, just to show you, I Googled the AK_bank already loaded error. So it pulled me up a couple of results, 2 of which I've already clicked and looked through, and one of them is audiokinetic.com, which, jump to where the official information is going to be first, please. So unfortunately, the audiokinetic.com website only restated what the error actually was, which meant that I don't think that they're going to give me a heck of a lot of information off of this, which doesn't surprise me because it's not really a wise error. Like, it is, but it's a coding error. It's not an error with their problem or with their program. And if it was an error with their program, then I could understand that they might be able to help me more, but I don't think that I'm going to find anything there. So at the steamcommunity.com one, I was hoping this was a website that would detail somebody experiencing this problem and talk about fixing it, but that was a no-go either. So then I added more detail to my Google search. That's not what I wanted. There we go. We're just going to leave that in there because doing it live, man. So then I added more to my Google search. So you can see I added failed to load, AK bank already loaded, which is what the actual error looks like. And I got these 4 results, 2 of which I've already gotten and clicked on, and then the other 2 doesn't really look like they're going to help me very much. So I've got a couple of different options. I can go to the community QA site, audiokinetic.com/QA, but again, I don't think that I'm going to get a whole lot of traction there. My other suggestions at this point, if you reach an error such as this that you cannot figure out on your own simply by Googling it, you can crowdsource it. So you got Twitter, which #GameAudio, go for it, #GameDev, go for it, #IndieDev. Any of these sources will help you, especially if you've said, I've already Googled it and I'm pulling my hair out after 30 minutes or an hour of trying to Google it. There's also the Game Audio Slack, which is actually invite only. You want to go to @MattEsk on Twitter, because Matt so kindly, who works at Clay up in Vancouver, so kindly moderates the Slack channel for us. If you have anything remotely to do with game audio in your background, Matt's kind of said that he lets you in. Thus far, we haven't gotten too crazy and too nutso with people wanting to share other non-game audio things or be unhelpful. So you want to, if you're interested, ping Matt about it. The other option, which is probably the smartest thing, is go ask your dev. Go talk to them if you have a developer and if you didn't develop the game already. If you developed the game already and then you have an error, I feel really bad for you. And then maybe you'd want to ask Unity or the Unity community. That's a funny term. So that's what I'm going to do next is email my dev and maybe ping Twitter about it. Your third option is cry and give up. I never, ever, ever suggest you do this. It's not worth it. Maybe at some point, if I were to spend a week on this and not be able to figure it out, and it's stopping me from doing other things, or if I can't think up another video to record because this is an error that's popping up, I'm going to move on to something else, at least for the time being. But if this goes a week or two and I can't solve it and that's it, then unfortunately that's going to be it, because you got to move on to other things. But so we've gone to coding event, which was a success last time because luckily the very first room popped up with the button, but now is it really a success? I don't know. So I'm gonna go ask around about this and see if I can figure it out. I'm pre-recording this one, so maybe I will have a answer and I'll be able to put it on this week's vlog. Anyway, that's episode number 7. I hope I maybe taught you something. I don't know. This is the way it's going to go, though. Like, A, the PowerPoint didn't work exactly perfectly. I left some slides in, and B, you're seeing an error. So this is legit. This is real. This is live. And how it goes sometimes. It's not always perfect, and it's frustrating. But I want you to see how development works, see how game audio works, especially when you're starting out, trying something for the first time. I want you to see not just how painful it is, but that other people feel your pain. So we'll be back tomorrow. I'm not really exactly sure what I'm going to do next. Hopefully it'll be that I found the answer to this error and I can move forward, but we're going to figure it out. Oh man, you're going to ride with me. All right, that's episode 8. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.